Good morning, sailors, and welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy, and today we are just going to do like a vlog video. So it is about 9:30 now, and at 10 o'clock this morning we are going to have a crew drill. I just thought I would talk a little bit about the drill because we do have a big crew changeover coming on the Scarlet Lady soon. And a lot of people find my videos because they are either going to cruise on Virgin Voyages or they are coming to work on Virgin Voyages. So if you are coming to work on Virgin Voyages, you are going to have to do crew drills. If you worked on ships before, you obviously know that. If you haven't, newsflash. So I'll talk a little bit about that, and then I'm just going to kind of bring you along for the day with me. Crew drill happens once every fortnight on a port day, and it's where all the crew will practice their roles in an emergency, and also we practice different emergency scenarios. So we will practice like an oil spill, we'll practice what to do if there's a fire, and then we will maybe change the location. So you know, one crew drill the fire might be in the laundry, another crew drill the fire might be in the galley, and you have to basically navigate it. And the reason that we change the location and the scenario is because you never know what emergency is going to arise, and you never know where it's going to be. So for example, I live very, very close to the crew laundry. If there is a fire in the crew laundry, I have to take an alternative route out of my cabin. I can't go past the crew laundry. Whereas if the fire is in one of the galleys, when I leave my cabin, I can go past the crew laundry. So that's just a little example. But now when you come on board, one of the first things that you're going to be given is a safety card. So you will be given your ID card and you'll be given a safety card. And this basically has your safety duty in an emergency. So for example, I am a stairway marshal on a passenger staircase. So my job in an emergency, if the emergency gets to a level where passengers, you know, we all need to go to muster because we might have to abandon the ship, then my job is to guide the passengers down the staircase to their muster station. But I actually might not become active in an emergency, because if there's a fire but it gets put out straight away, I'm good. I don't actually need to be called to the emergency. And that is obviously the best case scenario. If you get an emergency at 4 in the morning, ideally no one gets woken up because the emergency gets dealt with ASAP. However, we always have to be prepared for basically shit hitting the fan. You know, maybe the fire doesn't get put out straight away and it spreads through the ship and we need to abandon ship. So that is what crew drill is basically about. When you go to a crew drill, you have to wear warm clothing. So we are in Mexico. Now obviously I am wearing a vest top. So what I'm going to do is just tie my jacket around my waist. You always have to wear warm clothing because the idea is if there was an emergency and you did have to abandon ship, you might be in that lifeboat through the night. And although it might be hot because you're in the Caribbean when you abandon the ship, it might be pretty damn cold at night. So you always have to take warm clothing with you. So the announcement has just gone. I'm not putting the announcements in here because I don't think I'm allowed to film them. But anyway, the announcement has just gone. So that is my cue to put my life jacket on, get my warm clothing, get my hat and go to my staircase where I am going to guide passengers down the stairs if this was real, which of course it's not. So I'm not going to put this on just because, as I said, it is boiling. I don't want to be wearing this, but you do have to take it to drill, because literally the whole point of this is that you drill it into you drill in the right things to do, because if there is an emergency, you are not necessarily going to be thinking logically. So things have to be habit. It has to be a habit to grab your warm clothing, a habit to grab your life jacket. And then like any excess strap, you just tuck into the back. Okay, and now I'm gonna go for drill. So that particular drill lasted an hour. So sometimes drills can last like 30 minutes and sometimes they'll last an hour. Just depending on how far they take the fake emergency. Like If it's an emergency that gets solved really quickly, great, it's a quick drill. And if it's an emergency that, you know, they keep putting obstacles in the way, or they're pretending it's a fire that's spreading really fast, then obviously it takes longer. And as you saw, I managed to get a little bit of footage. We were all stood outside on the open deck. So that is where we go when the passengers are all in their lifeboats, and it's now our time to abandon the ship. But you know, that's very, very unlikely. So we're basically stood there, lined up, waiting for the people who are in charge of the lifeboats to get the life rafts ready for us, and then we would all go from there into the life rafts. So what you saw is the last point of the drill. But while you are stood waiting for basically the drill to be over, you will stand in your position, wherever that may be, and you will basically practice questions. So when you get on board, you will be given an information sheet, because obviously as a crew member you need to know quite a lot of information about the ship, about the safety procedures and so forth. I am actually with Yulia, she is on my staircase, so we will be together guiding people down the stairs. So what we do is we ask each other questions. So for example, what are the different classes of fire? You need to know that. The answers are on here, but you need to know it off by heart. One, because when we have inspections, they can come up to you randomly and you absolutely need to know the answer. But also, if there's a fire right in front of you and you need to put it out, you need to know what class of fire it is, so you know which extinguisher to use. What is the crew alert alarm? What is a station bill? What is a manual call point? What is a frame? How do you attract attention from a survival craft? So those are just a few of the questions that are on here. Like I said, the answers are on here too. So while you are in drill, you will be practicing your questions and answers, just to drill it into your memory. And I'm not gonna lie, it has taken a few months for me to get to know it off by heart. But when you first come on board, there's a lot of emphasis put on learning those questions. So don't worry, you'll get all the information when you get on board. But yeah, now that drill is over, I am gonna go and get some lunch. I might do my makeup actually. I'm gonna do my face and then go and get lunch because I'm hungry. Okay, let's go for the food. I'm very excited. Just got back from having lunch. I am so full. We went to the galley and had a burger and a salad, and it was absolutely amazing. Now I have just got back to the cabin, and it is a Tuesday, which means I get my cabin cleaned. The guy comes and cleans my cabin. He does it every week. So I've got a new face towel, a new bath mat, 2 new towels, and then I've got new bed sheets, new duvet cover. So I'm gonna make my bed now. This blanket is mine. So yeah, I'm gonna make my bed. So this isn't normal on every ship. Virgin is the first ship I've ever been on where I get my cabin cleaned for me and I get new sheets brought to my cabin. Usually you would have cabin inspection every 2 weeks. So before cabin inspection you would get a hoover from somewhere to hoover your cabin, you would clean your bathroom yourself, you would change your bed, so you would go down to laundry, take your dirty sheets to laundry and bring your new ones here and change your own bed. Whereas on Virgin, every Tuesday, so Tuesday every single week, a guy comes and cleans my cabin. I don't pay him to do that. Everyone gets their cabin cleaned as far as I know. So he comes, he hoovers my floor, he'll clean the bathroom, cleans my desktop and takes my dirty sheets away and leaves me new ones. But I think it's a really good idea because it forces people to be clean, and I know that sounds awful. Not everyone changes their bed regularly. So, and like, okay, on other ships we have cabin inspection, but they don't really like check the bed. They'll just kind of walk into your cabin, make sure it's relatively clean, and then walk out. So you could have not changed your bed in like 3 months and no one's going to say anything, because no one's going to get that close to check it. Whereas every week they strip your bed, so you have to change your bed every week. So it's just going to help keep the mattresses intact. It's going to help keep you clean, and yeah, it's just a lovely luxury. But I think it's also just kind of necessary, because people don't take it upon themselves to clean. So as some of you will know, some of you won't know, I actually bring fitted sheets. On whatever ship I go, I always take a fitted sheet, because the sheet that they provide on the ship is always... He didn't leave me a sheet because he could see I had a fitted one, but it's always a flat sheet, so you have to like wrestle with the mattress to tuck it under and get it in the right place. So I bought 2 fitted sheets on board with me. I bought like one to wash and one to put on. So I'm going to take the fitted sheet that I have on and change it for the one that I've washed, and then I'll put this one in the wash. So every week I have a brand new bed. And if you are thinking of bringing a fitted sheet on board, which I would highly advise, I would also say bring 2, one to wash, one to wear, or one to use. Because like now I'm going to put this sheet in the wash, but I'm not actually going to do washing this evening, whereas I would have to do washing this evening if I only had one bed sheet. So bring 2. Remade my bed and my room is all nice and clean and back to being a sanctuary, I'm gonna sit and edit some videos, because I have a few hours before I start work for the evening, so I'm gonna be productive. And now it's time for work. So I'm gonna shower and I'm gonna get ready. I actually really look forward to work. I love my job. I do love my job, and more than my job, I love the people that I work with. So after having a whole day not seeing anybody apart from in the drill, I really look forward to seeing my colleagues, my friends, and working with them. Okay, I am ready for work, so let's go. In a minute we are going to do a seminar. The seminar is called Wing It. So basically I go through how to do a winged eyeliner on a hooded eye and how to do a smoky eye look. And the seminar's always really busy, so I'll try to get some footage for you. Corner of the eye to the end of the eyebrow. It just gives you a rough idea of where to go. Do try and brush a shimmer shadow on. Firstly, you're going to get glitter everywhere, and secondly, you're going to lose the pigment, so you're going to have to put a lot of product on to get the same effect. And that, ladies, is your smoky eye. Very simple. Very, very simple. Very, very nice. I'll give you a mirror so you can actually see what I've done. No. But does everyone think they could give that a go? Yeah? Okay. Time for the meeting.